The next thing I want to talk about a little is competition, and specifically narrow networks. So those of you in the room that aren't familiar with narrow networks, they're basically the concept of insurance companies segmenting out smaller portions of their population and assigning a smaller group of providers to take care of them. So what you'll see here between 2013 and 2014 on this chart, the growth in the narrow and ultra narrow band. So in 2013, you had 51 of the broadband that was decreased to 30 over a one-year period. And what this is saying is that there's a greater need for the narrow band models because it's a more cost-effective way to take care of your patients and typically leads to better quality care. And what this chart on the right shows is, from a consumer perspective, when the consumers have a choice, which is this chart on the right, they're much more likely to choose the less costly narrow bands because, again, they're more cost-effective and the quality measures tend to be better. So why is this important to you as a practitioner? Because if you're not in the narrow network, you're going to be left out. And how do you get in the narrow network? One is to make sure your quality levels are at appropriate levels that you can be incorporated, and make sure that you're negotiating to be in these narrow networks as they're being built. Further, in terms of competition, there's a great interest on the consumer end now as this industry is becoming much more consumer-focused and much more like a typical consumer market where people care about the price of the service. 10, 15 years ago, everyone had pretty good health plans, very low deductibles, very low co-pays. They'd go wherever they wanted to go, wherever they thought was best for them to go, and pay nominal fees. Now, as they're paying more, as you can see on this chart, the right bars, the light blue bars, are basically the individuals in high deductible plans or consumer-directed plans, how much more they care about price and how much more they ask about it. So you'll see from everything from prescription drugs to specialist doctors to primary care doctors, as you move into these enrollees and not the traditional plans like on the left, they care more about price. So they're trying to figure out what is the cost of my x-ray or my test or my visit, and what do I have to pay out of pocket, and what does that mean to me? And so much so that you'll see in the marketplace today, there are websites being developed that are all about just tracking quality and pricing for healthcare. And again, this is something that you would not have found 10, 15 years ago. Further, you see competition on the retail side. So you see the Walgreens, the Walmarts, the Minute Clinics, all coming to market and competing with everyday primary care doctors by saying, look, come into our CVS store. You know, we have set pricing at X dollars, and you're going to get this service, and it's a high-quality physician from their perspective. So Accenture did a study to say between 2013 and 2015, they're expecting the number of those clinics to double. And again, this is very similar to what's happened in the optometry space over the years where, you know, again, 15, 20 years ago, everyone was going to ophthalmologists, but slowly the trend has been, oh, well, if I can go to the Optimize or the Pearl Vision or the DOC, I know what the price is, the doctor's there, the glasses are there, I'll just do that, it's easier. Again, it's more retail focused. On the other end, you have technology and telehealth, as they call it. IHS, a very reputable group, did a study saying that the market for telehealth will grow from 240 million to 1.9 billion from between 2013 and 2018. That's over 8-fold. And that's, again, leveraging technology to make sure that you're providing more efficient and hopefully, in theory, better quality care. And you have a merger of these two ideas, the retail and the telehealth, and what Kaiser and Target are doing. Target now is opening a telehealth model where they have a room that's basically empty with technology in it, and they connect to the back end, on the back end to Kaiser doctors. So you'll go into a Target and you want a Kaiser doctor to take a look at you, he can do it. Just, it's X amount of dollars, you know you're getting good quality care with a good brand like Kaiser. So this is what you, as private practice physicians, are going to start competing with, and it's important to be aware what the competition is doing and how can you differentiate yourself or incorporate yourself into the market better due to these changes.